Everyone thinks Adobe AI tools are coming next year, but they already live in Photoshop and Premiere right now, and they're going to cut your production costs in half. Hey everyone, I'm Mohammed, founder of Digital Dev. Today we're diving into Adobe's biggest creative suite update in years, and why this matters if you're running a marketing team, freelancing, or managing any kind of content production. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what these AI assistants do, how they fit into your workflow, and why they're about to reshape how creative teams work. Let's jump in. Here's the paradigm shift. For years, AI tools were separate. You'd use ChatGPT, Midjourney, or specialized retouching software alongside Adobe. You'd jump between tabs, export files, import them back. It was friction. Adobe just eliminated that friction by embedding AI directly into Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and Illustrator. We're talking generative fill, object removal, background generation, all native, all built-in. According to Adobe's announcement from The Verge, these AI assistants are rolling out in beta across their entire creative suite. This is not a separate plugin. This is not a future feature. This is live, accessible to millions of users right now. Why does this matter? Because adoption barriers just vanished. Your team doesn't need training on a new tool. They don't need a separate subscription. They just use it in software they already know. Let's get specific about what this means for your actual work. Photoshop's generative fill can remove objects, extend backgrounds, and create assets from text prompts. On a typical retouching project that used to take 4 to 6 hours with a freelancer, you're now looking at 30 to 45 minutes of human refinement. That's not hyperbole. That's what early users are reporting. In Premiere Pro, the AI is handling color correction suggestions, audio cleanup, and faster timeline editing. Marketing teams producing weekly campaign videos can cut editing time by an estimated 25 to 40% depending on complexity. Here's the math. If your team produces 8 videos per month and each video costs $500 in freelance editing, that's $4,000 monthly. Cut that by 30%, and you're saving $1,200 per month. That's $14,400 annually per video series. At Digital Dev, we help businesses calculate exactly these kinds of ROI improvements when implementing AI automation. The pattern is always the same. The tool adoption cost is recovered within 2 to 3 months. Let's talk money. This is the angle that matters most to business owners. You've got 2 options. Hire a freelancer at $35 to $75 per hour for retouching and editing, or use native Adobe AI for the cost of your existing Creative Cloud subscription, which you're probably already paying. Adobe Creative Cloud runs $55 monthly for individual plans, $29.99 for students. Enterprise teams are already locked in. So the real cost of these AI features? Functionally zero. It's sunk cost economics. You're just unlocking value that's already there. Content agencies, specifically, are feeling the pressure here. HubSpot reports that 61% of content teams say they need to produce more content with the same budget. Adobe's AI addresses this directly. The secondary benefit, reduced freelancer dependency. You're not waiting for revisions, approvals, or dealing with turnover. Your team becomes more self-sufficient, faster, more consistent. Here's why this beats standalone AI tools. It's the context. When you're in Photoshop and you need an object removed, you don't screenshot it, paste it into another tool, wait for processing, then import the result back. You just click the AI tool button. One click. Same with Premiere. This is contextual AI. It understands your project, your color grading, your timeline, your style. It's not generating generic assets. It's generating assets that fit your existing work. Specialists call this workflow-native AI, and it's a massive adoption multiplier. McKinsey found that workflow-integrated tools see 3x higher adoption rates than standalone alternatives because they reduce cognitive load. At Digital Dev, we see the same pattern with our clients. When we embed automation into existing processes instead of adding new tools, adoption rates jump from 40% to 85% within the first month. Let's be real about the winners and losers here. Winners: marketing teams, content agencies, freelancers who use Adobe, in-house creative departments. Why? Because they already have the muscle memory. There's no learning curve. They just get faster at what they already do. Potential challenge: freelancers who only do retouching. If your entire value proposition was manual Photoshop work, the economics of this are uncomfortable. Clients will ask why they need to pay $500 for something that takes 45 minutes with AI. But here's the reframe, and this is important. Skilled freelancers become AI operators. Instead of spending 6 hours on tedious retouching, they spend 1 hour using AI as a first pass, then 2 hours on creative refinement that only humans can do. The value shifts from technical execution to creative direction. Can't ignore stat. Adobe reported in their Q3 earnings that 28% of Creative Cloud users have already tested generative features in beta. That's millions of people experimenting right now. If you're running a content strategy at any scale, here's what you need to do right now. First, audit your current workflow. Where are you losing time? Color correction? Background removal? Footage organization? These are AI targets. Second, test. Adobe's rolling these out in beta specifically so users can give feedback. Jump in. Get your team's hands on it. Real data beats speculation. Third, plan your content calendar assuming faster turnarounds. If you suddenly can produce videos 30% faster, your competitive advantage is being first to market with trends, not being technically perfect. The businesses that win in the next 12 months won't be the ones with the best equipment or the most money. They'll be the ones who adopted workflow efficiency first. This is exactly why we focus on automation at Digital Dev, because the cost savings aren't just about tools. They're about speed, flexibility, and the ability to scale without scaling headcount proportionally. Comment below. What's the most tedious, repetitive task in your production workflow that you'd want AI to handle first? I read every comment, and I'm genuinely curious what's wasting your team's time. If you found this breakdown useful, hit subscribe. Next week, we're diving into how Midjourney's new features compare to Adobe's generative tools and which one actually makes sense for your business. And if you're seriously thinking about automating your content production, visit mdigitaldev.com. I'll walk you through a custom breakdown of where AI can cut your costs and speed up your timeline. Next week, we're breaking down the creator tools that are actually going to survive the AI wave. Spoiler, it's not what you think. Hit subscribe and notifications so you don't miss it. Catch you in the next one.